Prime Minister Modi reviews COVID situation, interacts with chief ministers of 10 states reporting high COVID cases. Centre to provide free food grains to the poor for the upcoming 2 months under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal takes stock of COVID situation of 3 districts at Nagaon. Meghalaya government announces new set of COVID restrictions for East Khasi Hills district. And in IPL cricket, Punjab Kings to take on Mumbai Indians in Chennai this evening. A very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of DDK Guwahati. This is Hansraj, and now the stories in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today reviewed the COVID situation in the country and interacted with chief ministers of 10 states which have reported a high number of COVID cases. Chief ministers of Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Kerala, Gujarat, Delhi, Rajasthan, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu attended the virtual meet. These states account for nearly 75% of the total new cases reported daily. As per reports, the Prime Minister's discussion primarily focused on creation of more ICU beds and COVID care facilities in these high-burden COVID reporting states. He also stressed on the need to facilitate the movement of medical oxygen carriers for its easy accessibility. Modi reiterated the need to scale up testing and creation of micro-containment zones for better management of the pandemic. Home Minister Amit Shah, Health Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan, Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal were also present in the meeting. Centre will provide free food grains to the poor people for the upcoming 2 months under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. Under the scheme, 5 kg of food grains per person per month will be provided in May and June of this year. Government has decided to provide free food grains to nearly 80 crore beneficiaries covered under National Food Security Act. Modi stressed that it is important that the poor people of the country have nutritional support while the country is facing the second wave of COVID-19. He said government is expected to spend more than 26,000 crore on this initiative. Mizoram Health Minister Dr. R. Lalthangiliana said the state government is ramping up facilities to deal with the second wave of the pandemic. The health minister convened a meeting with officials, churches, doctors and community leaders to review the prevailing coronavirus situation in the state. He revealed in the meeting that the state is facing a shortage of hospitals and COVID-19 care centers or CCCs due to a spurt in coronavirus cases. The utmost need of the hour is to ramp up our facilities as the existing COVID-19 care centers and Joram Medical College is not enough to accommodate COVID-19 patients. He said in the wake of the evolving situation, screening for COVID-19 will also be beefed up at Langpui Airport near Aizawl, Vadangte on the Mizoram-Assam border and other entry points, added the minister. Meanwhile, a consignment of 1 lakh doses of Covishield vaccine has arrived in the state and efforts to procure more vaccines is on. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal takes stock of COVID situation in 3 districts of the state. Earlier in the day, Chief Minister Sonowal engaged in a meeting with officials of Nagaon, Morigaon and Huzai districts in the Nagaon Circuit House. In an interaction with the media later on, the Chief Minister expressed that the COVID situation in these 3 districts are under control. There is ample supply of oxygen and adequate number of isolation beds and ICU beds. Sonowal stated that at this moment 50 COVID patients are lodged in COVID hospitals of the 3 districts, 22 in Nagaon, 24 in Huzai and 4 in Morigaon district. In reply to a media query, the Chief Minister stated that the situation to clamp lockdown in the state has not arrived and the people should not push towards it. The Chief Minister urged the people to obey all the COVID protocol, maintain social distance, wear mask and wash or sanitize hands regularly to defeat the dreaded corona once again. The Chief Minister was accompanied by Kekhop Mohanta, Minister for Water Resource and Minister of State for Health, Piyush Hazarika.
যোৱাকালি আমি সৰ্বদলীয় বৈঠক অনুষ্ঠিত কৰিছোঁ আৰু সেই সভাত প্ৰতিটো দলৰ প্ৰতিগৰাকী দায়িত্বশীল প্ৰতিনিধিয়ে নেতাই এই কথা কৈছে যে চৰকাৰে আগবঢ়োৱা প্ৰতিটো পদক্ষেপত তেখেতসকলে আন্তৰিকতা সহযোগিতা আগবঢ়াব আৰু নিজ নিজ দল
In view of the rapid surge of COVID-19, the Meghalaya government has announced a new set of restrictions for East Khasi Hills district yesterday. Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tinsong announced the closure of recreational facilities such as tourist spots, swimming pools, gaming parlors, clubs and cinemas, in addition to the closure of bars and gyms from April 23rd to 30th. Further, he announced that all non-essential shops would remain shut from 26th April to 2nd May. Colleges which are not exam centers will also remain closed till 3rd May. Attendance in government offices were also brought down. Tinsong also warned that government may have to contemplate a full-scale lockdown if the situation does not improve.
The government has taken a decision to close down gyms, parlors, salon, cinema, swimming pool, bars from 23rd of this month up to 30th of this month.
Overcoming the COVID impediments, Kaziranga National Park creates a record in tourist inflow visiting the park. 1,98,595 tourists have visited the park from 21st October 2020 to 21st April 2021. The earlier record of 1,88,000 tourist visit was registered in the year 2017-18. While around 11,500 foreign tourists choose the world's largest one-horn rhino habitat as their preferred destination in the last tourist season, this year the number was limited to 570 only. Interestingly, this year the inflow of local tourists within Assam was the highest. However, the number of tourists visiting the park for the elephant and jeep safari has been limited to 50% from Wednesday, keeping in mind the alarming rise of COVID cases in the state. Depending on the weather, the park usually closes its tourist season by the mid of May. However, with the prevailing COVID situation this year, it's likely to end by the end of April.
যোৱাকালি লৈকে 1,98,595 মানুহ কোৱান্টাইছে around 2 lakhs আৰু এইটো কাজিৰঙা হিষ্ট্ৰীৰ মানে এইটো প্ৰথম আমি এনেকেতো ইমান হাই ফিগাৰ আমি পাইছোঁ হাইয়েষ্ট নম্বৰ এইটো আছিলে 2017-18 ছিজনত তেতিয়া আমাৰ 1,88,000 আছিলে এইবাৰ কোভিড মাজত দি আৰু এবাৰ ভালেমান ফৰেইনাৰ অহা নাই হাইয়েষ্ট মানে লাষ্ট ছিজনত আমি 11,500 টুৰিষ্ট আহিছিলে ফৰেইনাৰ আৰু এবাৰ অনলি 570 টুৰিষ্ট আহিছিলে তথাপি মানে এইটো মেইনলি আমাৰ আহামৰ পৰা আহাটো
Meghalaya Health Minister A.L. Hek informed that the state government is yet to decide whether it will continue to administer vaccines free of cost to those above the age of 18 under the new phase of vaccination set to begin from May 1st. Under the new guidelines, in addition to the stock provided by the centre, states are to procure vaccines directly from manufacturers at market rates. It may be mentioned that governments of neighbouring Assam has promised to continue with free vaccinations even during the next phase. In Nagaland, Delta Company 23rd Assam Rifles Mokokchung Battalion, as part of its Civic Action Program 2021, organized a veterinary camp at Longleng in collaboration with Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services on the 22nd of April 2021 at Public Ground, Longleng. A total of 2,882 livestock and pets were examined and vaccinated. Free veterinary medicines were also provided. In view of the undergoing second wave of the deadly COVID-19 virus, the Indian government is stressing upon the vaccination drive to protect its citizens from it. On that note, Doordarshan Kendra, Guwahati organized a one-day vaccination camp for the employees of the office today at its office premises. A total of 200 doses of Covaxin vaccine was given during the vaccination drive. The vaccination process was carried out in a smooth manner, and people who received the first dose were seen satisfied and eager to receive it. Meanwhile, Assam government have been trying to vaccinate the citizens of the state as soon as possible from the beginning of the vaccination drive. In IPL cricket, Punjab Kings will take on Mumbai Indians at M.A. Chidambaram Stadium in Chennai today at 7:30 p.m. Meanwhile, Royal Challengers Bangalore RCB trounced Rajasthan Royals by 10 wickets in Mumbai last night. Put into bat, Rajasthan Royals made 177 for 9 in the stipulated 20 overs. In reply, RCB made 181 for no loss. Virat Kohli also became the first batsman to complete 6,000 runs in IPL. In the COVID update from the nation, as per Health Ministry reports, over 1,37,000 fresh cases have been reported in the last 24 hours. With this, the total active cases in the country has mounted to 24,28,616. Also, the total cumulative figure of positive cases in the country has crossed the 1 crore 62 lakh mark. Meanwhile, the country has touched the grim record of highest number of deaths in a single day. A total of 2,263 deaths have been reported in the country within the last 24 hours, taking the toll to over 1,86,000. However, amid the new rising cases, the recovery rate has further declined to 83.92%. Over 1,93,000 people have recovered from the infectious disease in the last 24 hours, with which the total recovered cases in the country stands at over 1 crore 36,48,000. In the COVID scenario from the northeast, Arunachal Pradesh has reported 380 active cases, while discharged cases logged 16,860. The tally for the dead remained at 56. Assam is settled with 10,571 active cases, while the cured cases logged 2,17,991. The dead accounted for 1,160. Reporting 513 active cases, Manipur recorded 29,153 cured cases, while the dead tallied at 381. Meghalaya reported 1,133 active cases, caseload of 14,198 cured cases. The dead accounted for 157. With a caseload of 608 active cases, Mizoram logged 4,600 discharged cases, while the death toll remained at 12. Nagaland reported 384 active cases with 12,322 released cases. The dead tallied at 94. Sikkim has a caseload of 640 active cases, 6,193 cured cases. The tally for the dead is 137. Lastly, in Tripura, active cases have touched the 563, while discharged cases logged 33,345. The dead accounts for 394. For more updates, viewers can also watch our bulletins and other programs on our YouTube channel, DD News Guwahati. And to end the news, the main points once again. Prime Minister Modi reviews COVID situation, interacts with chief ministers of 10 states reporting high COVID cases. Centre to provide free food grains to the poor for the upcoming 2 months under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal takes stock of COVID situation of 3 districts at Nagaon. Meghalaya government announces new set of COVID restrictions for East Khasi Hills district. And in IPL cricket, Punjab Kings to take on Mumbai Indians in Chennai this evening. And before taking leave, viewers are reminded to maintain physical distancing, regularly sanitize hands and frequently wash hands with soap. Remember to wear a mask properly and join the Mask Up India campaign by Doordarshan to defeat the pandemic. Mask Up India. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.